right? They're not independent thinkers. If everybody says go this route, then they go this route. So you're watching this video because the title or the headline says why you are broke. Now, have you ever looked at certain people, and it doesn't matter whether there's a recession or whether stuff is just going bad, they just always seem to make money? That just piss you off sometimes. You're like, maybe you say something like they're lucky, or they got it from their family, or that's daddy money, or so on and so forth. But believe it or not, there's a certain few things that rich people do in comparison to broke people, right? And that's exactly what we're gonna go ahead and actually cover within this video. Now, the first thing that I wanna go ahead and clarify, and this may piss some people off, or some people may understand it, but being broke is not a financial state. I want you guys to understand that, right? How much money you have in your bank account does not determine whether you're broke, right? How much assets you have, meaning property or so on and so forth, does not mean you're broke, right? Because you don't have any assets. Being broke is a mindset, right? Being broke is a mental state, not a financial state. And what I mean by that, that's why you see these rich people, even if they lose it all or their business flops, they can go ahead and generate wealth just like this, like it never happened, because it's a mindset. And the same thing with broke people. You give broke people, they win the lottery, they go broke again. Why? Because it's their mind state, it's their mindset. There's certain things that broke people do that rich people don't. So for example, if you guys have ever read the book, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, broke people, right, buy liabilities, rich people buy assets. What does that mean? There's a common misconception that people think, right, and some people are going to disagree with me, so on and so forth, but people think buying a house is the biggest asset, right? Oh, I have an asset. Guys, it's not an asset. It's taking money from you, right? It's a liability, right? If you are losing money every single month you buying a house, it is not an asset. The only way buying a piece of property or buying a piece of land is an asset is if it is bringing in money. What does that mean? You can go ahead and actually have a rental property. So if I am renting something for $1,000 a month and renting it out to somebody for $1,200 a month, I have $200 in cash flow. It is generating me income. It is an asset. Same thing with cars, right? You can either buy a nice luxury car and it's taking away money from you every single month, or you guys can create a rental car company to where you guys are buying cars, but these cars are assets because they're making you money every single month. All this to say is this: rich people buy assets, right? Rich people focus on buying things that make them more money. Broke people, they don't. They buy liabilities, right? And it's not your fault, right? There's a lot of manipulation going into that, and you only know what you know, right? You do what you see other people doing, and if other people are doing, if the crowd is doing this, right, most people follow the crowd, which brings me to my next point. Rich people are not afraid to travel alone. Rich people usually follow the pack, they follow the herd, they follow what everybody else is doing, right? They're not independent thinkers. If everybody says go this route, then they go this route, right? For example, the reason why a lot of people lost money when it came to that Bitcoin craze is because the crowd was saying, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. Everybody hopped on board because everybody said that was how you get rich quick, whatever. The markets crashed, people lost a lot of money, right? When the people bought like Bitcoin at like $18,000, so on and so forth. Another thing is rich people pay themselves first, right? Broke people, they don't pay themselves first. What I mean by that? As soon as you get your check as a broke person, what is the first thing you do? What can I spend this on? I'm gonna go ahead and pay Gucci first. I'm gonna go ahead and pay Louis Vuitton first. I'm gonna go ahead and pay all these companies and all these brands, right? You're paying them, you're not paying yourself. You're paying them, you're putting money in their pockets. You're making them richer. For example, I'm one of them. Look, Adidas, right? I'm wearing a name brand instead of wearing my own brand, but that's a whole nother subject, right? At the end of the day, a lot of the times we buy designer things or we buy things that make us feel good. They have really no monetary value. This Adidas jacket is the same value as a regular hoodie. Why is there value to this? Because they stamped a name brand on it. So at the end of the day, it's okay to buy this Adidas jacket, but it's not okay to buy it first. What I mean by that, right? you should set a certain percentage of your income aside, minimum 10%, right? You got to pay Uncle Sam. You're putting away 20, 30% of every single check you get. And if you don't have the discipline to do it, your company that you're working for is, they're putting away a percentage of your money so that way you can pay taxes because you're not responsible enough to do it. But why aren't you taxing yourself for your financial future? Why aren't you putting 10, 20% of your income aside that you will not touch to invest into yourself, to buy assets, right? A lot of broke people are very materialistic. That's why I decided to become a lot more minimalistic. I'm not as flashy anymore, maybe my lifestyle, but when it comes to the clothes I wear, I remember when I was younger, literally my whole outfit, right? The value of my outfit used to be more than I actually had in my bank account, right? There's so many people watching this video who's like that, right? They'll be wearing $1,000 sneakers, a $300 belt, but then you guys have $200 in your bank account or $100 in your bank account. I ask so many people all the time, how much money do you have to get started? When I'm using qualifying questions to get somebody to start a business with me, $50, $100. Okay, do you have an iPhone? So why the hell do you have a $1,000 phone but you have $50 in your bank account? Why do you have a $1,000 phone and you have $100 in your bank account? Because you're disciplined enough to save for that phone, but you're not disciplined enough to save $1,000 to invest into higher education for yourself. I'm not talking about college, I'm talking about self-education, like starting a business, right? You can buy a phone, but you're not gonna go ahead. Okay, that makes sense. Another thing is, okay, cool, people who start an online business, right? Your phone becomes an asset. But a lot of people who buy these damn phones, they buy them not to actually run a business, they buy them to distract them, which is, again, making something that could easily be an asset into a liability. Cars can be assets, houses can be assets, technology, iPhones can be assets, but so many people are thinking from a consumer base instead of an owner base. Guys, there's two lessons that I want you guys to take from this. If you want any chance of not being broke anymore, right, it takes a couple of things. Number one, discipline. Discipline to pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. You're paying the government, you're paying all these companies, you're paying all these brands, and then you're broke, but you're waiting for your next paycheck so that way you can pay out to more people. Getting things that really don't mean stuff in life, trying to impress people who don't give a hell about you. They don't care about you and you're trying to impress these people, right? Trying to flex to the gram, so on and so forth. Pay yourself first. Now the question is, what do you want to pay yourself? Ownership, right? Wealth is built in ownership, owning assets. Keyword assets, things that make you money, not things that take away money from you. So owning a car is not an asset unless it's making you money. Owning a house is not an asset unless it's making you money. Owning a freaking smartphone is not an asset unless it makes you money. You see this right here? I'm recording from my phone. I'm creating content. I'm going to leverage that content to get attention, to sell my products. When I sell my products, I make money. This is an asset. I've made 6 figures from my iPhone. From my $1,000 iPhone, I've made 6 figures. Who can say that? Not too many people can say that because they're buying all these things from a consumer standpoint. The only way you guys are going to be broke, pay yourself first, and ownership. Buy things, own things. For example, stop buying hoodies and then invest into your own brand, right? Start a clothing company instead of buying other people's stuff. Now, if you guys are gonna buy stuff like this, do it last. Pay yourself first and have a small percentage to be able to take care of yourself. You don't wanna just be so disciplined that you're not enjoying anything, right? Still take care of yourself, but do it last. Pay yourself first and ownership, and that, my friend, will allow you to get away from being broke the rest of your life. It's what the rich people do. Super simple. They live minimalistic lifestyles. They pay themselves first, and then when they pay themselves, they invest in assets. That's literally the secret to acquiring and building wealth. Now, if you guys like that video, go ahead and hit the subscribers button, hit the notifications bell, join the fam, hit the like button. If you guys want to know where you guys can actually invest your money, if you guys do have money to invest and it's just sitting around collecting dust, right? Start a business, right? Click the link in my description or the link in my bio. Invest into yourself and your financial future. Start an online business so that way you can live a life of time, location, financial freedom. And if you guys really want somebody to actually guide you, reach out to me, shoot me a message, I'll help you out. So that'll be all. Thank you so much. As always, the Wolf of Marketing, Eric Ellis Jr. checking out.